It's the little things that accumulate to the big life changes. So that's why today I will go with you through a normal day and I will share all the little self-care micro habits with you that I do to stay happy, healthy, inspired and connected to myself. What are micro habits? Micro habits are basically habits you can do within 5 minutes or less, or they're really easy to implement. So welcome, beautiful woman. I am Laura from Blue Sandia, the place where we take care of you. So let's start from the beginning with the morning. First of all, I have to say, there's nothing more sacred to me than the morning and the evening. That time that I just have for myself. So before I even open my eyes, the first self-care micro habit is gratitude. Now, don't turn off the video. I know you've heard gratitude probably 1 million of times. But why so many people recommend it? Because it works. And I found that when I do this, the first thing, when I get conscious in my mind, it makes a huge difference to my whole day. So before I even think of the day or open my eyes or turn around, I just trained my brain to immediately start with, thank you for this new day. Thank you for this new opportunity to grow, for this new chance to do what I love. It brings you into a really zen mode, de-stresses all the body, and it releases a lot of feel-good hormones. So you just go into the day with a very positive attitude and a very much positive mindset, and the perspective changes. Because if you train your brain, the first thing you do is to think of all the good things in your life. It also is going to change how you see all the things and people and situations during your day. In my opinion, it also connects me to something larger than myself. It connects me to the whole, to whatever thing you believe in, to the universe, God, nature, your mom, whatever thing, love, whatever thing you believe in, whatever higher power, energy, whatever it is, or yourself, it just connects you immediately. And what you can do is go through 3 levels. So first go through all the things that you're grateful for yourself. That's not such an easy one. For your strong body, for your creative mind, whatever you love about yourself. Remind yourself of how awesome you are. Then name a few things of your private life, your friends, your partner, your family, all the beautiful relations, your pets. That always gives me a lot of joy, to be honest, to remember all the wonderful people in my life. The third level for me is the professional life. So my projects, my work, the abundance I receive, all the money. I'm very grateful for that and what I can do with that. And that I can actually do this right now. This is awesome. And I don't even earn money with this, but I just love to do it. The next micro habit, I'm not going to say the word, moments of silence. Because I know the word meditation is just, for me, when I hear it, it's like, no, don't talk more. I don't want to. So I call it moments of mental silence. So basically, after I wake up, I open my eyes, I go to the bathroom if I have to. Maybe I do a few movements to wake up my body, and then I immediately sit down again, just close my eyes, breathe deeply, and just enjoy a little bit of silence before the day starts. For me, it's no more than that. It's not I need to meditate. No, I just gift myself with a few moments of silence. Because in sleep, the mind rests. And in meditation, the body rests. Did you know that? Research shows, actually, I need to mention some research that people believe it. It's like that. That during meditation, during deep meditation, you rest 2 to 5 times more than in the deepest part of sleep. Can you believe that? And actually, you don't need a lot of time. I just sit down sometimes 5 minutes. It really depends on how I feel, how much time I feel I want to give myself. There's no rule. It brings you into a state of restful alertness. It decreases your heart rate, so it calms the body, it calms any anxiety you might have for what is about to come during the day. And it reduces the metabolism. So it just helps you to get out of this stress mode and go into your day in a relaxed way, in a healthier way. I can give some recommendations which worked really well for me, because I think if you've never done this, just to sit down without any guidance is a little bit difficult. So I can recommend the M-word technique, the 6-phase meditation, or the hypnotic trance for bliss. I can link them below for you to research yourself. Now, the third self-care micro habit I do in the morning is to actually, when I apply my skincare, little thing you can do, which really doesn't take a long time, but it makes such a big difference. It's a facial self-massage. It's delicious. So when you do these simple techniques and these simple movements, you basically massage towards the lymph nodes, which detoxes and depuffs your whole face and system, which is amazing if you wake up like me all puffy. You do some little movements towards the lymph nodes. The big lymph nodes are actually here and here. It gives you a natural blush effect because it actually activates the blood flow in the face. And it smooths out all the little lines that are starting to form when you're already over 30, like me, because it just relaxes your facial muscles. There's a specific face massage that I do every morning. I also made a video about that. You can just put it on in the morning and follow along. You can do it with your hands, with a gua sha, with a facial roller. I will link that below too. Now we're all fresh and good to go. Now it's time to put on your favorite clothes. Now I know many people say it doesn't matter how others look at you or how they say about you. But in my opinion, it does matter. Your appearance is important. Yeah, the inner things are more important. And how others see you doesn't always matter. But it's gonna bring you a long way if others look at you and say, wow, this woman is just glowing. And why we are glowing? We feel good with our outside too. It's so important. I mean, you know the difference. If you put your favorite dress on and a little bit of lipstick, you already feel much more confident and you can feel like you can conquer the world. But if you go in your joggers and your hair all messy, you immediately kind of feel like, I'm just gonna chill. So I feel your appearance just pushes out what's inside. It just emphasizes and highlights how amazing you are inside. When I choose what I'm going to wear for the day, I try to dress accordingly to the objectives of the day. So as I said, if I am on day 1 of my period and I just want to relax and need something very comfortable, I put on my joggers and a nice big sweater and I'm happy. But if I want to film a video or if I have a meeting or if I have a date, I don't want to feel confident or I want to feel cute, I want to feel sexy. It depends. And I always dress according to what I feel in the moment. I don't really like to put out my clothes the night before because I don't know how I'm going to feel in the morning. Also, to give you a little kick, put on your favorite accessoire. Today I did the full package. I love those rings. These are my favorites. My mom gave them to me. I love my hats. If you've seen a few of my videos, you know. This is my favorite hat. I love these pants. What also plays part in that is obviously the makeup. Now, I'm not a big makeup girl at all. I'm a fan of a quick and natural makeup. So what I do normally is do my eyebrows, put on a little bit of a lip color and do my lashes. That's all. But that makes a huge difference for me. It's the balance also between feeling too dressed up and not really myself and being on the super hippie natural side. I'm kind of in between. And the last little micro habit, according to appearance, how you appear to others, is actually your posture. I consider this very important. I'm talking about the posture when you actually walk on the street. How you carry yourself. And what I used to do is basically walk like this. Obviously, shoulders behind, breasts out, show what you got. And the most important thing, look to the front, look towards the horizon. I always used to look to the floor because I don't want to fall down or stumble upon something. But actually a friend of mine said to me, hey, why you always look to the floor? Where you want to look in your life, you know, you want to look forward, you want to look to the horizon, to what's coming, to your future, not down to the ground. And I was like, true that. And I changed that little thing just where I looked, just lifted my head a little bit. And it changed my whole world. It changed my whole perspective. How people looked at me. I actually saw people looking at me. I recognized, like I had a huge view of the whole surroundings. So much more different than when you just look like a tunnel vision to the ground. This is a good one. I totally recommend trying this. So when you walk and you have a good posture, you look towards the horizon, you always start to swing your hips a little bit to activate that female energy. And I mean, in our womb, it is where all life is created. If we start to move that area, we start to connect to something so deep and profound within us women. It just awakens this female energy, and everyone around us will notice. And lastly, you just add a little smile. We all know a smile goes a long way. And if we walk through the streets or through life, not like this, but like this, immediately your whole aura field changes, your whole expression changes, how people look at you. Smile at someone. It makes a huge difference, and you open up to the world and everything good you can receive. The next little micro habit is to take yourself on a micro date. Now, what is the purpose of a date? To get to know someone better and to spend quality time together. So why don't we do that with ourselves? It is such a healing thing to do. So we can take a whole day, which is great. If you can do that, do it. But also in the day-to-day, we can include some micro dates with ourselves to just reconnect, to get to know yourself better, and to just enjoy time with yourself. I go for a walk, or I go to lay down and sunbathe in the park. I go and buy myself an ice cream. I treat myself to that coffee. Treat yourself and don't feel bad about it. If you want to eat that ice cream, do it. If you want to drink that Starbucks coffee, I don't know, do it. And don't feel bad about treating yourself well. Eat that piece of cake. Don't be frugal. I believe a lot in the 80-20 rule, which is basically 80% healthy, all the good choices, and 20% you just do whatever you want. You eat a piece of cake, you enjoy the hamburger, you go to that party, you enjoy. And like that you get a good balance. The next micro habit is so important. It is to talk well to yourself. Now, what do you mean, Laura? What do you mean I talk bad to myself? Yeah, you do. Of all the thoughts we have during the day, 80% are negative. That is not good. And that is scientific research. If you just check in with yourself, you know that is true. And most of the times we are not really conscious of our thoughts. I'll tell you a little story. When I went to the gym one day, I felt kind of weak and I cannot lift anything. I'm just worse than anyone else here. I look horrible. I just feel kind of sick. Or maybe I'm getting a cold. And I was with those thoughts the whole time. So when I walked back from the gym back home, I suddenly realized, wait a minute, what's going on here? Am I really feeling bad, or I'm just feeling bad because I am telling myself that I'm feeling bad? So I said, okay, I'm going to stop. I'm going to try something. I'm just going to change my mindset, and I'm just going to start talking well to myself. I'm strong. I can do this. I feel awesome. I'm healthy. And once I started doing that, I just changed my attitude towards life, towards the situation, I felt better. I felt with more energy. I started to walk with more confidence, and I was like, yeah, I'm actually good. I'm not sick. I'm well. I have energy. I'm strong. So it was just that simple shift in thinking that made my day a lot better. This negative self-talk is so wired into ourselves that it's really hard to get out of it. We need to reprogram our mind. That means practice, practice, practice. You only get better at something if you practice it. So how do I do it? And how I think it's the best thing to do it? Obviously, catch yourself during the day, and remind yourself. But what's a really good practice you can do is stand in front of the mirror, look into your own eyes for a little while. Just really connect with yourself. It's a beautiful thing to do. You start to really connect to yourself and you start to talk to yourself. You say, I'm enough. I'm worth it. I am beautiful. I am healthy. I am strong. And when you look at yourself in that way and have that connection and you talk to yourself that way, it's a way of reprogramming your mind to believe that. And you will realize after doing that exercise you feel great, because it's like someone else telling you that, but it's actually yourself telling yourself that. We just need to hear it over and over again and tell it ourselves over and over again. And I am statements are the most powerful statements in this world. So if you ever feel down, if you ever feel weak or whatever, do an I am statement. I am strong. I am strong. I can do this. Everything is possible. I can do this. Yes, I can. It is really, truly marvelous what it can do. And the last micro self-care habit actually happens at nighttime. Night self-care, me time, is almost as important as morning self-care, me time. It is as important, I think, to take a few moments, minutes, hours if you have, if you want to just be with yourself, reconnect with yourself. Put that phone away, put that laptop away, turn off that TV, put on a candle, put on some nice music, set the atmosphere, read a book, listen to an audiobook, paint something, journal, whatever makes you groove. You can do another evening facial self-massage, which is really nice to calm down. And there's one micro habit I do every single day that really is a big game changer, and that is my cycle tracking. So I do cycle check-ins in the morning and in the evening normally. It's great if you can do it 2 times per day, basically to check in where you're at in your menstrual cycle. For me, for example, right now I'm on day 28, just before my period, so I'm a little bit focus is a bit difficult for me, to be honest. That noise outside is making me crazy, but I'm just gonna try and keep my zen. And I use 5 minutes in the evening to reflect on my day. How did I feel during the day? How were my relations to others? How was my work? How did I feel health-wise? I just write it all down. How was my mood? And like that, I kind of keep track of what's happening during my cycle. It's a really awesome practice to just reconnect with your cycle nature and create cycle awareness. I really recommend it, and it's not hard. So this was one normal day in the life of Laura Blue. I hope you could take some inspiration for some micro habits you can maybe implement immediately for yourself to just feel better and be happier, healthier, more connected, more inspired, to just enjoy life more. Taking care of ourselves is, if not the most important task that we need to do, because if we are well, if we're healthy, if we are happy, we can truly be in service of others, help others, support others, do great things that inspire others. Only if we are well. So that's why for me self-care is one of the most crucial things. And I hope I could help you today to take a bit better care of yourself. Mucho amor.